There is a video out there on the internet that's getting thousands of hits and bringing tears to the eyes. You saw it here on Channel 4. A local basketball team put everything on hold to help a teammate with special needs. But it turns out the story behind the video is every bit as incredible as what happened. Channel 4's Dennis Ferrier is here with an interview you won't see anywhere else. Dennis?
Well, imagine a coach willing to jeopardize a game to give a player a moment. Imagine a referee ignoring the rules, an opponent surrendering the competitive instinct. Now you're almost there, to an elementary school in Lawrence County. Abigail Kidd was always an underdog, born with Down syndrome and so many health problems. Open heart surgery at 5 months, a heart with no valves, no walls. But look at that smile. That heart still beats strong. 12 years later, she is an unlikely member of the new Prospect Lady Tigers in Lawrenceburg. Her proud parents came to the first game of the year with no expectations.
We showed up at the ball game, thought Abigail would do a few warm-ups and sit on the bench, and she was so excited to have a uniform and be on the team and drink a little Gatorade and be fine. And then all of a sudden, Coach Katie puts her in the ball game.
And then a chain reaction. Abigail grabs the ball. The refs forget the rules. And the opposing team, a good, tough team, stops playing.
I look up, and she's coming down the court toward me, and I look up, and everybody on both sides, everybody in the gym was on their feet.
A few shots later, Abigail scores. And gets a hug from the opposing team's best player.
So I personally stopped to help her, so we just thought she needed a chance to.
Nothing was planned. No one knew what was going to happen, but everyone knew it was the right thing to do, because everyone needs a chance.
God doesn't make mistakes, and we saw that by that display of amazing grace the other night on the basketball floor.
We did talk to Abigail Kidd about her now famous shot. What does she say about it? Well, I guarantee you, you will never answer. We could sit out here for 3 hours, and it's not Rumpelstiltskin. I mean, you will never guess what she said about that shot.
But you're going to tell us, right?
I am at 6.
Please.
Good, great word to sum up your story. Sportsmanship.
Yeah,
man,
right.
Good stuff, Dennis.
Thumbs up.
Thanks.
Well, it isn't normally statewide news when an elementary school girl makes her first basket in a game.
But of course, we are not just talking about just anybody here. Abigail Kidd was born with Down syndrome, and it was a long shot to live, much less play basketball. Channel 4's Dennis Ferrier now with a remarkable story you won't see anywhere else.
You know, it's easy to say this is a story about a little girl with Down syndrome who had an amazing moment on a basketball court, caught on video, watched by thousands, but then you would be missing the story, because it's just as much about the people surrounding her. Abigail Kidd was always an underdog, born with Down syndrome and so many health problems, no heart valves or walls, open heart surgery at 5 months, but look at that smile. That heart still beats strong. 12 years later, she is a member of the new Prospect Lady Tigers in Lawrenceburg. What's your favorite thing about basketball?
Popcorn?
Popcorn, all right. So you understand, come the first game of the year, Mom and Dad have no expectations.
We showed up at the ball game, thought Abigail would do a few warm-ups and sit on the bench, and she was so excited to have a uniform and be on the team and drink a little Gatorade and be fine. And then all of a sudden, Coach Katie puts her in the ball game.
And then a chain reaction. Abigail grabs the ball, the refs set aside the rules, and the opposing team, a tough team, a competitive team, just stops playing.
And I look up, and everybody on both sides, everybody in the gym was on their feet.
Abigail scores and gets a hug from the other team's best player. It was a moment of spontaneous grace that wasn't planned.
God doesn't make mistakes, and we saw that by that display of amazing grace the other night on the basketball floor.
Now Abigail calls her parents Mom and Daddy-O.
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 And
if you're there, you're her special friend, and she will introduce you to anyone else. She has just been smiling for 12 years about everything. She just doesn't have bad days.
And loves popcorn, apparently.
I'm with her. The best part of basketball is popcorn.
Really? Okay, yeah.
That's good stuff, Dennis. Great story. Thanks.